Dear delegates, let's move on to another sponsored session. May I invite Dr. Sanjay Vaidya to chair the session. Please, sir. It's my privilege to welcome the speakers of the session, Dr. Srinivas, Dr. Rajesh Keshavan, and Mr. Pradeep Bide. Welcome you, sir. The topic of the session is URGO Symposium, Evidence-Based Practice in Diabetic Food Management. Over to the chairperson.
Good afternoon. Welcome, Srinivas. You can start with the talk. Srinivas doesn't need any introduction here in this forum. He is a well-known diabetic food surgeon from Hyderabad. Over to you, Srinivas.
Forward, backward. I think this is a sponsored session, and basically the aim of doing this session is to share with you this particular peer group experience among 12 of us of pan India practicing diabetic foot surgery, and 2 of us, me and Dr. Rajesh, and 3 of us, I'm sorry, Dr. Sanjay Sharma also is here. So this basically is a compendium of 12 into 2 cases each, which is 24 cases, which demonstrates the use of this particular dressing material in management of infected diabetic foot wounds. So I would not be right from the morning. We've been talking about the burden of diabetic foot disease in India. I would probably like we just heard the oration from Dr. Frickberg, which quoted that by 2045 we're almost doubling up the numbers of diabetes in India, and at least 1/5 of these patients, at least 1/4 of these patients, or 25% of the diabetic population, will develop a foot ulcer at some point of time. And about 1/5 or 20% of the ones who have the ulcers will require some sort of amputation, a minor or a major amputation. And diabetes still remains the key contributing factor to lower extremity amputations. What we need to note very significantly through the meeting, what we need to learn and take back home is that 85% of these amputations that happen due to diabetes are preventable because they are preceded by a stage of ulcer. And it is that it is when the complication of infection that sets in an ulcer that the ulcer moves rapidly towards or climbs the ladder towards the amputation. And people with these diabetic foot ulcers have significant cost burden. So how do you manage these patients with diabetic foot ulcers? I think the 6 controls which came out from Professor Edmonds and team from the King's College London almost 2 decades back. The 6 controls that one needs to remember is taking care of the pressure in the plantar surfaces, or the mechanical control or offloading, which I will come back in a couple of lectures later to talk about pressure offloading. The medical management of the patient, or the medical control, which includes the overall management of the diabetes, management of the cholesterol, management of the hypertension, taking steps to prevent the micro and the macrovascular complications of diabetes, ensuring there is adequate blood flow to heal the wounds, taking whatever you take off the wound is a pressure offloading, whatever you put on the wound or the local wound care that we give to the wound in terms of local topical antibiotics, in terms of the dressing materials would comprise the wound control. And finally, educating the patient, because these patients are going to be neuropathic. They need to be taught, they need to be educated about taking care of their feet for lifetime. So, and the patient still remains the central part of the team. We need to involve the patient in every stage of the treatment and every control of the treatment. So now, narrowing down to my hands-on experience with this particular Urgo Clean AG, all my patients on this particular dressing, which has a silver, which is a fiber-based dressing and has silver impregnated onto it. All my patients have found the dressing very, very comfortable during while the dressing was on, as well as the pain during the removal of the dressing was very minimal. The patients were all very happy that the total number of dressings were much lesser, or fewer dressing changes were needed. The other thing was, it's a very easy to use dressing which the patients can be taught upon, or the wound care nurses attending to them can easily handle these complicated infected wounds. So and this Ugoclean AG has unique characteristics which have been shown to be effective in wound cleaning activity, reducing the amount of bioburden in the wound. So coming to my two cases where I used and which are part of the compendium. So starting with the first picture, this patient had come with a frank heel abscess, purulent heel abscess with fluctuation. The patient had debridement, initial abscess drainage and debridement. And then the first picture is about a week after the abscess drainage. From there on, the patient was started on the Ugoclean AG, and you can see that with 16 days of treatment and 28 days of treatment, the wound gets better. It falls into track, and it gets ready for a closure modality to be used next with it. So consistently, what we saw is consistently after 28 days of treatment, the amount of exudate kept reducing, the amount of bioburden and the slough in the wound. The particular dressing has some amount of removal of slough also because of the fiber content in it, and you can see that the wound progressively, the amount of exudate, the bioburden reduces, and you get to a clean granular bed soon. So this is my second patient in whom we use this. He was a 66-year-old typical diabetic patient with multiple comorbids with coronary artery disease, atrial fibrillation. Came with the first web space abscess, which was pointing out dorsally. So post debridement, you can see the first picture with a lot of bioburden, with a lot of slough in it, and severely exuding wound it was to start with. And then with gradually, with about 8 days and 12 days of treatment, you could see that there is a consistent improvement in terms of the patient, in terms of the clearance of the slough, the clearance of the biofilm, and the reduction of the exudate. And this wound particular went on to subsequent closure method that was used. First, consistently with the use of this dressing, the patient were very comfortable with the dressing. The amount of slough came down, and it was very pain-free experience for both the wound care nurse as well as the patient having this dressing on. So my clinical view on my personal views on the dressing will be, if the wound is a locally infected wound, every patient visit should have a surgical debridement, what we could term as a maintenance debridement in the wound care clinic, cleanse thoroughly with irrigating solution, most commonly being normal saline. We do use Prontoson once in a while. Then finally application of this dressing, and if we have noted a consistent reduction in the slough, signs of wound infection and exudate since we have started using Ugoclean AG. And we've subsequently used it for many patients, but as a take home, I would say in the infected diabetic foot ulcer, this comes as a very handy tool to manage these diabetic foot wounds. So I think I'll close here and then invite Rajesh for the next talk.
Dr. Rajesh Kesavan again needs no introduction. Vice President of Diabetic Foot Society of India, practicing in Chennai. Over to you, Rajesh.
Good afternoon, all. Let me thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity. So my talk is on management of infected chronic wounds. So a lot of dressing materials are available, and this is one group of dressing materials which I have found to be reasonably effective in my practice. Here, treatment with Ugoclean AG, there is a faster healing of the wound and a faster removal of the necrotic tissue and slough. And it has a decent antimicrobial action. And it is also cost effective when you look at the number of sessions you continue with the dressings. Ugoclean AG initially has to be changed more frequently, about every alternate day. But again, as the exudate level keeps coming down, you can change it even once a week. So this was one patient again who had come with a venous ulcer. You can find a lot of slough here. You can, the wound was not healthy. This wound was there for almost 3 months. So we had started Urgoclean AG dressing. So this is the second visit. The second visit was on the 5th day. We find a remarkable decrease in the amount of slough there. So we did not do any physical debridement in this wound. The wound was pretty painful. The patient was not allowing us to debride much. So this was the first visit. By second visit, most of the slough and biofilms have been removed. And during the third visit, the wound was much more cleaner, and we were able to change to a different dressing as there was no slough there. This was another patient. This patient had an ulcer over the dorsum of the foot at the level of the ankle area. A lot of slough was there. There was an element of PVD also. The ABI was around 0.5. So we started this patient on Urgoclean AG. And by about the third visit was about 15 days after the first visit. And we were able to get a decent healing of the wound. All the slough had been removed. The wound is pretty clean here. So this is another patient. This patient has a macerated wound with a lot of biofilms on the medial aspect of the first MTP joint. There is another ulcer on the medial aspect of the midfoot area. Both the wounds show a lot of biofilms. So by about 7 days after application of Urgoclean AG, we were able to get the maceration of all the biofilms have almost disappeared in this picture. This case, we also did a picture with Illuminat. So Illuminat was a device, I think, which Dr. Sanjay Vaidya has shown in his lecture. So Illuminat takes pictures and it looks at the fluorescence in these images and tells you the bioburden on these wounds. So here, the first picture, it shows all this area is green, which tells you that there is a lot of gram-negative pathogens in the wound. You can see the amount of gram-negative pathogens there. The size of the wound, the length is about 2.26 centimeter here. After about a week, when the same patient came, we again did a repeat picture with that Illuminat device. The length of the wound had come down significantly. It is now 2.01. But more important, the biofilms, the colonization that you can see there, the fluorescence which is seen on this picture, just compare with the previous picture and this, the fluorescence has come down drastically. So that itself tells you that it is able to manage bioburden to a very good extent. See, this is a blown out picture. So you find this is the first visit. You find the fluorescence is present throughout the ulcer, indicating presence of gram-negative bacteria throughout. This is after a week after treatment with Urgoclean AG. You find that the fluorescence is almost completely absent and the wound is almost clean. So the main action of Urgoclean AG is in desloughing and removing the biofilms which is present in the wound. The action is pretty fast. My next set of patients is on Urgostat. This also, I think, Dr. Sanjay Vaidya had shown during his presentation. So this patient had a ulcer on the medial aspect of the ankle. This was there for almost 4 months. So we started this patient on Urgostat. And very soon we were able to achieve a decent epithelialization of the wound. Within about 3 visits, we were able to heal the wounds here. Urgostat has to be used only on non-infected wounds, and even on ischemic wounds, Urgostat is pretty effective. This is another case, again, a patient with a pretty big leg ulcer. A clean wound, no slough, no biofilm seen on this wound. Again, started on Urgostat dressing. Very soon, the wound started to epithelialize. It kickstarts the wound healing. And by about 3 visits, we were able to get a very good epithelialization of the wound. The Urgostat, that is TLC NOSS, interacts with MMPs in the wound exudate, inhibits them, and neutralizes their activity, thereby accelerates the wound healing. So complete wound closure can be seen very clearly on this cases that I had shown here. And it is atraumatic and pain-free on removal. Thanks a lot.
May I invite Dr. Sanjay Sharma, diabetic foot surgeon from Bangalore, who manages Food Secure Clinics. So Pratik Bhide from Urgu wants to say a few words before Sanjay comes.
Is it automatic? Thank you, Dr. Vaidya and the whole DFS Icon team. I think I can say not only on behalf of Urgo Medical, but on behalf of all industry fraternity that we are glad to be back at a physical conference after spending hours and hours on Zoom conferences over the last 2 years. So it's a great feeling, and I'm sure all the people here can agree to it and accept it. In general, I just wanted to take a couple of minutes or maybe 3-4 minutes on speaking about Urgo Medical's ambition in diabetic foot. Because we are a company that really aspires to become specialist solution provider as well as a project partner in diabetic foot. So the reason why, it's very clear. We all know, we have seen since the morning that the diabetic foot burden is huge in India, in the world, that every 18 seconds a limb is lost somewhere in the world as a consequence of diabetes. And we really feel that as a wound care industry player, we can definitely do much more about this horrible burden than the options that exist today. So we have taken some first steps with our solutions. We saw some excellent cases from Dr. Srinivas and Dr. Rajesh on UrgoClean AG and Urgostat, which have a very, very high level of clinical evidence all across the pyramid of evidence. And specifically about Urgostat that we are just bringing to the market, I would like to mention that this is the only dressing recommended by the IWGDF guidelines in non-infected diabetic foot. So that is something we really are proud of with a feather in our cap. One thing that we really also take pride in is creating local evidence and not only counting on controlled settings in Europe and the States. And one of the efforts that we did in the past, what Dr. Srinivas and Dr. Rajesh has shared, is the Wounds Asia Journal publication, which we did with 12 clinicians all across India, demonstrating 24 clinical cases of UrgoClean AG. So 3 of the people in that publication journal are in this room. One is Dr. Srinivas and Dr. Rajesh, who have already presented. And there is also Dr. Sanjay Sharma, who is here and furthering our local clinical evidence mission with a new project that I would like to invite him to join and announce, which is the UrgoClean AG clinical case contest that we are doing in collaboration with Food Secure, which will really encourage a lot of local clinical evidence of UrgoClean AG on infected diabetic foot and infected chronic wounds. Dr. Sanjay, could you please join and give a short summary of the competition on your end?
Thank you, Pratik. Along with Urgo and Food Secure, we're launching the competition where the doctors are encouraged to use UrgoClean on their wounds, on the wounds that you see of your patients, and then submit it through an electronic app, which you will download on your phone. That is provided by Food Secure. And by the end of the competition, you will be assessed on the selection of the wound. You will be assessed on how the wound is being progressed, not just by the UrgoClean as a product, but the overall wound itself, how you have been managing it and how it is being progressed. And I think Urgo has some nice place to call you all and give some awards at the end of the day. So this is going to be about 8 to 10 weeks kind of a competition or a context where you call the patient every week or as per your requirement or the patient's requirement, and use UrgoClean AG on the patients, on the wounds that you see, and submit it every week on week. And then there'll be judges who would be assessing it, most senior people from this room itself who would be judging it and then awarding you the prizes. And the prizes, I think Prateek will be able to announce it later, not now.
Thank you for giving that flexibility, Dr. Sanjay. So I really urge everyone who is interested to have some clinical cases on UrgoClean AG to visit www.urgoag.com and register as a participant in the clinical case contest. We would love to have more and more entries of experts all over India. Then I've talked about our solutions. I've talked about our mission of clinical evidence. I would also like to talk about the need of awareness, because we know that diabetes is a leading cause of awareness, and we from Urgo, we already have a project ongoing as a resource center for patients and their families. So I'm glad to introduce SaveFeedSaveLives.in. This is a website that acts as a research center where the patients and their families can find materials to educate themselves on the do's and don'ts of preventing as well as treating diabetic foot ulcer. So I would really like to thank a lot of people in this room actually who have been working with us, Dr. Vaidya particularly as well, and who have advised us on Save Feed Save Lives mission. And it has been endorsed by a lot of international organizations. So we are very happy that beyond bringing products, beyond bringing evidence, we as an organization is able to bring awareness, education to patients. Lastly, I want to speak about innovation, if possible, which is done with our foundation Urgo. Foundation Urgo is owned by the owners of our company, and it funds research, charitable and innovative projects in wound care. This is completely detached from our commercial efforts and our product efforts. And what happened is this year we decided to have a research grant called Urgo DFD Grants Asia Pacific, where the Urgo Foundation decided to award 2 or 3 winners with innovative ideas in diabetic foot, some endorsement of up to 7,000 to 8,000 euros per project, which is roughly 6 to 7 lakh rupees. And I'm glad to say that the highest entries all over the world were from India, because that really shows how much progress, how much innovation is happening in the diabetic foot in India. And that was really a testament to that. What is really happy is the winning project was also from India. And one of the participants of the project is in this room. So I would like to congratulate Dr. Madhu Periyaswamy, Dr. Raja Sabapati, Dr. Vamsidharan, who have won the Asia Pacific DFD grants. Their project is the needless amputations through mobile screening, which is going to happen through a fantastic looking bus, which will be going around. Dr. Madhu, would you like to speak a word and explain your project?
So thank you, Pratik. So I take this opportunity to just give a few words. This project, I'm happy to say, was actually conceived in this very same city, Trivandrum, when Dr. Raj Sabapati was sitting and having a chat with Dr. Arun Bal. So they were talking about how to take diabetic food to the people. And Dr. Arun Bal had happened to mention that doing camps, just as Dr. Suresh from Bangalore, with the help of Dr. Vinaya is doing, would be the best way to take diabetic foot care to the people. And that is where Dr. Raj Sabapati also became very serious about the idea, and we decided to actually commit to doing a bus dedicated to a special cancer and diabetic foot in combination, because making a bus only for one specialty wouldn't prove as productive. So we've gone ahead and done this Mammo bus, which will also have a separate unit for diabetic foot. 1/3 of the bus is occupied for diabetic foot. So what is innovative about this project is it goes one step beyond screening, because when we have seen then we looked up at multiple screening models, and we found that the Arvind model was the best to go by. So we decided to take that model and apply it on to diabetic foot, where after screening, you don't let the person be in his home place and advise him treatment. Rather, that you get him to the hospital, a tertiary level hospital, and offer him tertiary level care. That is, if some of you had seen my talk earlier, it was about free flaps and local flaps and offloading and things like that. So you offer him that level of care totally free of cost. This is whether it is a viable project. Yes, it is a viable project because we have already been doing this with a project called Hope After Fire. So we are doing it in combination with the Rotary Club of Coimbatore Metropolis. They have committed 1 crore rupees as a fund money to fund the operations. And we hope to take it forward and make it as a recurring project in the coming years. And our initial success was in applying for a grant to Urgo, and they were good enough to award us with this grant, which will be used for organizing the screening camps. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Madhu. And with that, our Urgo symposium comes to an end. I really want to thank Dr. Sanjay Vaidya for agreeing to help us through the proceedings. Dr. Srinivas, Dr. Rajesh, Dr. Sanjay Sharma, and Dr. Madhu. We also have a video from the winner of the APAC DFD grants, Dr. Raja Sabapati, who is not present here today. Can we just please play the video?
I am Dr. Raja Sabapati, Director of Ganga Hospital, Coimbatore, India. We applied for the Urgo Foundation grant for a project. The goal of the project being to prevent needless amputations in diabetic foot. And we have found in our patient profile towards the end of the spectrum, that is like class 3 or class 4, where the feet were being infected, the tissue loss is already there, or in the stage of advanced sarcoma. At that stage, it really costed us more. It requires more procedures, and inevitably, some of them land up in amputations. So this project is about screening the people, screening the diabetics in the rural and in the semi-urban areas, so that we spot them early. So that's the goal of this project.
80% of the population is presenting in stage 3 and stage 4 to tertiary care centers. We need to shift it to the stage 1 and 2. One, by going out to the population, for which we have designed a special van. This van will take a team of doctors and paramedical people to organized camps,
which will have facilities for examination of the diabetic foot. And we'll also have a small X-ray so that we could take radiographs if necessary. And in these people who are diagnosed or who could benefit, we'll also have facilities to transmit these images to our headquarters.
The most successful model we have found are eye camps, where patients are identified in the population itself early in the disease and then brought back to the tertiary care center so that proper treatment is given to them.
So what we are planning to do through this project is we are going to have a mobile van. The funds of the Urgo grant will be utilized for running these camps. And we are able to get about 7,000 euros. And we intend to scan about 2,000 diabetics for their feet. And we are extremely happy that we have been awarded this grant, and we thank the Urgo Foundation for this grant. I'm sure now we should be able to make a difference in the number of in the lives of these diabetic people.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your attention.